about traditional project drivers right, we think about maybe the need for expansion to facilitate growth. Maybe we think about wanting to install new technologies. We think about those as kind of elective project, right? But there's a project universe out there that are not electives, right? They're either, they're mandated by rules or policies. It's kind of like it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, right? That these projects have to come about. And then there's a combination of the two. There's you need to take on this project because of some of those reasons that I previously mentioned, but there's certain influences associated with those policies that substantially influence either the cost or the nature of the design of those projects. So in Florida, you see that play out in two main policy arenas, one on the water quality side and one on the water supply. In Florida, because of our history, we have a large number of impaired waterways, and so you see things that are targeting to try to improve those waterways, whether it's to try to improve our wastewater treatment processes by mandating advanced wastewater treatment or removing septic tanks. On the water supply side, it's pushing for beneficially reusing our effluent that comes from our wastewater treatment plants. And so all those things collectively together are policies that really drive the projects that our clients have to push forward. I think a great example is in North Florida, in Wakulla County, where Dewberry is supporting the county in removal of septic tank systems. This is a great example where over 1,400 systems have been removed that have a history of degrading the spring system. And so with that, we are removing over 20,500 pounds of nitrogen annually from the system, but it's because of that policy and it's because of that regulatory framework that is necessitating the removal of that. And because of our permitting support, we have provided the engineering and the infrastructure necessary to allow that to happen. When our clients work with Dewberry, they have access to some of the best engineers in their respective fields, but they also have access to some of the best policy experts in their respective fields. They have access to former agency heads, executive directors, policy experts, water quality experts, right? That allows them to provide our clients with a complete team that's able to navigate this complex and dynamic, regulatory landscape. But also, we have those relationships, and those relationships are important to build those connections to that state, federal, and local, regulatory components that are required to keep those projects moving forward. And I think that's important when you consider how complicated and how challenging some of these projects can be at any given moment. Looking to the future, you would expect Florida to have continued exponential growth. And so with that in mind, I would expect to see continued advancements in our water quality standards, in our treatment processes, and our new technologies to support that growth and to protect those natural resources while also allowing that growth to continue.